Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alex. I just wanted to talk about this Behringer Fuzz pedal. It's a very simple layout. It's got the two levels and attack, so just volume and distortion. And then, so it has the original and mod switch on here, which I don't know too much about. I was looking through the box, but I couldn't find anything about it. A lot of you guys know Behringer is they make like really cool guitar pedals at a low cost. So this definitely reminds me of the Tone Bender, I think MK2, which looks just like this. I'm pretty sure this is kind of like a copy of that. But yeah, let's get into the sound. So yeah, I'm just gonna be playing through my parts caster here. But yeah, this is a Seymour Duncan pickup. It's kind of like a mini humbucker. It's not a single coil pickup, but this on the neck pickup is, and I just don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a TV Jones pickup, and switching through these. It's got like three switches on here, so picking up like through these different tones, you can definitely hear the contrast from these two, and hopefully you can kind of pick it up in the tone. But yeah, I'm just playing through my Marshall AVT 50 head, and I'm not hooked up. I'm not gonna be hooked up through like with the mic. I'm actually that amplifier. You can do a direct a DI out straight into the audio interface, and honestly, it sounds a lot better than if I were to mic it. If you want to hear, just the sound coming from out the speaker, I'm sorry I can't do that. I am in my basement in the townhome, so it'll get pretty loud. I just don't want to, have the management say something or anything like that. But here we go. right, so there we go. That's kind of like my first impression of the pedal, and as you can tell, I wasn't playing through my clean channel. Really, like that amp can really only do like a good distortion channel. So you could, before I was even I had the pedal on, you could hear like just the distortion coming through. But that's only because the clean sound on the amp is horrible. It's really bad. So yeah, I wouldn't even try to bother. But overall, it feels like a pedal that if you have the distortion on already from your amp, it'll kind of give it a different color to it, and it can definitely add like some heaviness to it. Like if you down tune and you put the distortion all the way up, I think it sounds really cool. And the sound that you're hearing, it's uh, direct input, DI out to my interface. So, for example, if I was miking up my amplifier, the sound would sound a little different. At least to my ears, it would, because the EQ coming from the speaker is a lot like it with this amp. It's a lot more bass heavy. Like I said, I prefer the DI out specifically with this amp. But I mean, overall, it feels like it's definitely like a classic, like old school kind of pedal. But with this pedal, it definitely feels like a lot smoother with the fuzz and distortion. And from what I was getting, I kind of like prefer that sound, like the smoother fuzz, that switch that it has, the original compared to the mod. For some reason, I'm not really sure why the mod, it just takes away like all of the like the attack, right? Like it takes away all the distortion. It it sounds honestly, I don't like how it sounds. I just like the original switch on there, which is why I had that playing most of the time. But one more thing I do want to say, like in the beginning I was kind of playing like in the standard tuning, but when you hear kind of like the heavier like riffs, basically this low string here. So if I'm in standard tuning, like how you can tune it down to a D and it'll be like you can play like with one finger here like that. You can play with one finger here like this. So I had it in down to C. So the octave is like this instead of like that. This open string is the octave of this fretted on the fifth string here. So you're playing basically like with your pinky, and your index finger to get the octave. It's a fun like cheat. Instead of having to tune your guitar all the way down like with all the strings, I like to just do this low string here down to a C. I mean, I'd recommend it if you're that pedal, the Fuzz Bender, if you want something to give color to the distortion that you have. Yeah, I'll get into the tuning later on, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to give like a review and first kind of look into the Behringer Fuzz pedal. But yeah, have a good one.